Okay, this is the first time I'm going to attempt doing this, and I think you guys can already tell I've already done this once and I messed up. But we're going to be doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Platinum. The twist is we are only allowed to use Fire-type Pokemon. Now let's get into what a hardcore Nuzlocke is real quick. Obviously, it follows normal Nuzlocke rules. But there are a couple things that we must add. We must play on set mode. We are playing with no items in battle. And the level cap is the next gym leader's strongest Pokemon. The big thing for this is we're going to be playing with species clause. That way I don't have to go to a route and encounter the fire type as my first encounter, because that would go horribly. As you can tell in the background, we're getting through this rival fight because I'm not somebody who wants to put the rules up and go through all that. It's fine if you do it, honestly, and that's probably what I should do, but I don't like wasting time here. So right here, we're going to look for Ponyta. Ponyta is going to be my second encounter that we get. This is why we chose Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum allows you to access this very, very early on. And we are going to name it after the horse from Legend of Zelda. Right here, we involve Monferno because Monferno gets that fighting type and it gets priority Mach Punch. Priority Mach Punch is going to be the key to beating Rourke in this game. Rourke uses rock type Pokemon with really, really high defense. So, kind of unfortunate that we're using a physical move here. What's also unfortunate, we have a Calm Nature. Calm Nature reduces our attack and increases our special defense. And while a lot of people are like, wow, this is going to be absolutely useless, there's no way that's ever going to be useful, Calm Nature actually ends up saving our ass a little bit later on. And you will get to see later. You guys should definitely watch all the way through to see when Calm Nature kicks in. Right here, we have a Mars fight coming up. Tell me how you guys like the editing style. I'm kind of doing the music for everything. You guys should tell me if you guys just want like consistent music just playing through and then just play a different Pokemon track throughout that. But Mars fight, easy. Fun fact, Fake Out is not priority in the game. It has the same priority as Quick Attack, and we're going to be speaking about this over the Gardenia fight. Why? We're just going to spam fire moves against Gardenia. There's nothing really to talk about. Stun Spore is kind of an issue, and Leech Seed, it doesn't really matter. Fake Out in this game has the same priority as Quick Attack, so I could have used Mach Punch there, but I misclicked. That's also going to be a theme in this. Misclicking is going to be a huge, huge theme. Alright, Jupiter is kind of the same as Mars, where you kind of only have to plan out for her second Pokemon, which is Skuntank. Luckily for me, the best move Skuntank's got is Night Slash, which my Monferno resists. We also get a crucial burn here. Burn halves the opponent's attack by 50%, which is incredible. So right here, we're going to send out Monferno, and it screeches. I mean, good for him. We're going to just priority Mach Punch that thing out of here. So, before Fantina, we need to get our new Pokemon. Our new Pokemon is Eevee. Eevee is a normal type that can evolve into almost every single type. I mean, it's like a fourth of the types. And that's going to be crucial in this Fantina fight right here. We can't access Flareon yet, unfortunately, so you guys will see kind of how it ends up being useful. Right here, Monferno is going to take out the first two Pokemon. Future Sight, even though it's a Psychic type move, does not actually inflict super effective damage against Monferno. I don't know why Game Freak did that. Maybe just to make it so where you couldn't switch out to a Steel type. I'm not really sure. We get some damage off with Monferno, but Psybeam is super, super powerful. Psybeam deals super effective damage against Monferno and prevents my Monferno sweep. Right here, we send out Ponyta. The big thing with Ponyta is this is about to take a big damage from Shadow Ball. And the other thing that happens is he gets a crit. We live with 6 HP, and we get a really lucky crit here. I don't know if it matters, but it keeps our run going. Right? So, here is where I start to realize that the rival might become an issue. So, we lead off with Ponyta, and here comes the double teams. Double team increases the opponent's chance to dodge moves, and unfortunately I miss. It hits me with an Endeavor, and even worse, it hits me with a Quick Attack. But thankfully we live on 1 HP. Whew. Almost lost my run to that. Right here we send out Eevee and we start spamming Quick Attack. For those of you that want to comment, it's not a fire type. Look, it's the pre-evolution of a fire type. I'm going to allow myself to use it. It's my rules, okay? Not yours. If you want to do a Pokemon Platinum fire type only and not use Eevee, be my guest. Don't use it till you get Flareon. Be my guest. But me personally, I'm not doing that. And for the rest of this fight, we're just going to spam Monferno Mach Punches, and then when Roselia comes out, obviously our Fire-type team is going to have an easy time taking care of it, which unlocks the Salacion Ruins. After we defeat this fight, we go to Salacion Ruins, and we end up getting our Firestone, which allows us to get our third Pokemon, Flareon. Flareon is kind of bad. It has a really high attack stat, but it has pretty decent defenses, but his move pool sucks. But right here we get into Maylene, and here is the power of Swords Dance, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the reason why we win this run. Swords Dance increases our attack by 2 stages and basically makes our Calm Nature Monferno, it counteracts it because we're increasing our attack stat by so much that our Calm Nature isn't going to end up mattering as we easily sweep through Maylene. We are also in Blaze there. Blaze gives us a 50% boost to all our fire type moves. That's also going to be something to keep in mind later on. Houndour is going to be a crucial part of this team. Houndour is a really good special attacker. We don't really have a special attacker on this team, so it's going to give us a really nice diversity here. So here comes this next rival fight. So earlier I said this rival fight might become an issue. However, what I didn't realize, number one, we get a flinch there with Flareon. Infernape kills this fight. First off, the Prinplup actually can't kill me even with a crit, which is incredible because we didn't have to play around a crit. Infernape wrecks his team. We end up switching here to Ponyta. I was a little worried about over leveling for Crash Awake. In retrospect, I shouldn't have been, but you have to play it safe. If you over level a Pokemon past the level cap, you're not allowed to use it till after the gym, and in this fight, going up against a water type gym, I want all the Pokemon possible. But let's get into Crash Awake. The big issues that are going to come as we switch to it right here, the Gyarados opens up with Intimidate. This means my Houndoom with Thunderfang cannot kill. I have to sack something here, and I elect for Ponyta. Ponyta is not bad, however, I saw value in the other 3 Pokemon. Houndoom is part Dark, which gives us Dark type moves. Infernape gives us Fighting type moves and the move Swords Dance. And Flareon, I think it's just a little bit better than Rapidash because of Sand Attack. Sand Attack is going to help me get through this Quagsire. This Quagsire loves to spam moves that lower your speed, which makes it to where I can no longer outspeed the Floatzel. He also loves to spam Yawn, and notice how he wasn't missing Yawn, of course, but at least he's missing now. He ends up hitting a Rock Tomb here, which really concerns me because now I'm slower than the Floatzel, which is actually going to lead me to use Mach Punch against this Quagsire. I do not want to lower my defenses because I'm scared of Brine killing me, which I don't know if it could. My Calm Nature is really going to come in here as I live pretty comfortably, honestly. As we take out the Floatzel, the crit does not matter. We were at +6. Crash Awake, one of the hardest fights you would think, that ended up being pretty easy outside of a sacrifice. That was definitely planned. We are not going to need Ponyta to beat this run. Houndoom is going to continue its tear. If you're wondering how I have Flamethrower, it's the Veilstone Game Corner. The Veilstone Game Corner also get to the Swords Dance. Just hack in items, sell them for money, use rare candies for grinding, okay? If you're like, oh, I want EVs, just go to PK Hex and hack in EVs. I didn't even hack in EVs, honestly, but as you can see, Cyrus fight was easy. And here is the power of Swords Dance, here's the power of Infernape. That's going to make this rival fight a joke. Right here, Aerial Ace does not one-shot me. We had to avoid a crit here. However, Close Combat, Flame Wheel combo just absolutely destroys this fight, especially because we're at +1. Intimidate lowered our attack by 1, which makes that Staraptor super scary. However, as you can see, +1, and we still just destroy his team. I honestly thought the rival fight was going to be really difficult with Empoleon. I didn't think that my Infernape would be able to consistently kill it, because I didn't think I'd be able to consistently switch it in, but it ended up happening. Byron is super easy. Also, we ended up setting up Swords Dance, and we're just going to use Flame Wheel and Close Combat. Infernape is one of the best starters in Pokemon Platinum, which is making this fire type run a little easier than I thought. However, we are going to face some very scary things later on. So after we finish this Byron fight with one more Close Combat, by the way, if I fail to one-shot any of those, the run is over because Earthquake's going to kill me. We go through a little bit of a Team Galactic push here because apparently your character in this game is the only competent person on the team, because he has to go to every single lake and then he has to go through all of Galactic headquarters. Like, bro, give me a break. Let the other people do it. I'm out here getting gym badges. Saturn and Mars are basically the same fight. As you can see here with Saturn, just set up +4 with Infernape and just wreck his team. We're going to do that with Mars also. I probably only need a +2, but I was scared of the Toxicroak living. This fight, though, I definitely probably only need a +2. But I wanted to play it safe in +4 because of my Calm Nature. If Golbat crits twice, the run is over. However, Team Get Lucky, TGL. Bronzor super easy, and Perugla, I'm going to utilize Mach Punch right here. which bypasses Fake Out's priority because, again, Fake Out only has the same priority as Quick Attack. We got our last Pokemon, Magmar. I actually forgot to PK Hex Trade Evolutions, so I don't get Magmortar. Really, really sad. Candice is going to be a pushover. By the way, everybody keeps asking me who Candice is, and I have no idea who Candice is. Can you guys comment down below who Candice is for me, please? Piloswine goes down super easily. We do not learn Fire Spin. Fire Spin is a useless move. We switch right here to Houndoom. Houndoom is one of the best Pokemon to counter Frostlass as it resists both its stab moves. However, Double Team is here to ruin my day again. Fortunately for me, Frostlass does not have Snow Cloak up, which would have made this even worse. So luckily, I'm able to hit a Flamethrower at some point just by spamming Flamethrower. Abomasnow has Snow Hail, which sets up the Hail. Normally, the Abomasnow comes out first before a Frostlass. Frostlass then uses Snow Cloak as its ability, which gives it a chance to avoid attacks. It's one of the scarier fights in the game, arguably, especially if Ominous Wind gives her a boost. At least I think it has Ominous Wind. Alright, this Cyrus fight. It went bad. We set up Sunny Day, and then we end up hitting Sneasel with a Fire Fang to take it out. Super easy, right? However, this is why I realized we have an issue. Crobat is a slight issue, and while we're going to be able to deal with it in this fight, I fear that later on Crobat's going to cause a big issue for me. Crobat is super fast, and right there, I almost lose Flareon. I got crit on the Poison Fang, and luckily for me, I did not hit myself in confusion. Luckily right here, Houndoom's able to take out the Crobat. Crobat's going to cause a big issue because of how fast it is. Here, Honchkrow comes out, and I'm really fearing the Honchkrow right here. However, we get the Flame Body proc. Flame Body is huge. It halves its attack, allowing Infernape to live a Drill Peck. And obviously, I'm dead to crit right here. I'm not going to mention when I'm dead to crit a lot because that's basically a lot of this challenge. A lot of this challenge is having to play pretty risky, avoiding crits. Luckily for me, the Honchkrow's attack was halved, and I was able to live a Drill Peck. More Team Galactic boss rush here, Jesus Christ. Can't talk today. Saturn is quite easy. We actually didn't even set up. I almost get punished right here because the poison almost kills my Flareon. This is back-to-back fights where I almost lose my Flareon over something completely and utterly stupid. But I'm going to make sure to not do that in the next fight. Right here, we release the Lake Trio, which leads to us going up to Mount Coronet and participating in one of the worst double battles ever invented. Because Barry's Munchlax does nothing. I named him Water because water types give us the most issues. You know, it's our sworn enemy. Right here, I'm scared of the Skuntank poisoning my Infernape. I don't know if it can or not. I'm also scared of the Bronzor Extra Sensory. However, Skuntank kills the Munchlax. And this is amazing. Now I have a competent partner with me. Fire Blast is going to almost take out the Bronzor, which is absolutely incredible. They're only attacking Barry also. Well, my rival, his name is Water. They're only attacking him, which allows me to set up my Swords Dance. I have +2 up. Now I can start flame wheeling his team. However, here's where the Calm Nature is going to come back to bite us just a little bit because we cannot kill that Golbat. However, Staraptor's got our back with Quick Attack. This fight is so easy if they take out the Munchlax early on. This has really never happened to me. Normally the Munchlax just sits there and does nothing and I'm forced to kill all 6 Pokemon, but luckily for me, they actually did some work. Alright, here's a scary Cyrus fight. His Gyarados has Intimidate and Earthquake and Waterfall. This could instantly end my run. However, Houndoom gives me an awesome opportunity to set up. 2 Flamethrowers does not do a lot to me. I'm down to half health. However, I taught my Infernape Rock Slide. Rock Slide is going to be able to take out the Gyarados. I'm also hoping that I can take out the Honchkrow and the Crobat. Here comes the Crobat, and Crobat outspeeds me, and I live with 2 HP. That Calm Nature, that plus special defense coming in huge for me, as I'm going to be able to take out the Honchkrow. If Crobat kills me there, this run is effectively over. I definitely should have played around the Air Slash right there. However, I live life on the edge there. Not a smart play, but it's hype. It's kind of hype content, you know? Right here, Volkner, after we Master Balled Giratina, who thinks we're fighting Giratina, I went ahead and let off with Infernape again, and as you can see from the bottom right, you might have been able to see it, we have Earthquake. Earthquake is super effective against electric types, and we're going to be able to sweep through this gym easily. I went ahead and avoided the paralysis early on with a Cherry Berry, making sure that my Infernape can outspeed all of his Pokemon and kill them with ease. We're getting really close to the end. We have one more rival fight, and then we can get to the Elite Four. Do you guys think I'm going to be able to get through all these fights? Leave your predictions down in the comments below. Here comes our rival. We're at level 60 because our level cap is not to berry. Right here, we go ahead and I'm not gonna lie, we sweep. If you guys notice, we do not have close combat. Close combat is a stab 120 base power move for Infernape that we don't have, and that's because close combat's not gonna be necessary for anything. Here's my team going in. Honestly, I think we're gonna be able to beat this very, very easily. The movesets here are not final. My Infernape's moveset's actually going to end up changing throughout the fights here. However, I mean, it's Aaron. I couldn't really build this fight up, I'm sorry. He's a bug type trainer, we have fire types. The only fear here is Drapion. Drapion has Earthquake, and if Drapion lives, it could crit Earthquake me. My plan here is to kill the first two Pokemon, the biggest threats to Aaron on my team, arguably, and then on the Vespiquen, who can't kill me even with a crit, I'm going to set up Nasty Plot. One Nasty Plot is going to be able to ensure that I one-shot the Drapion. I actually don't know if I could have one-shot the Drapion without the Nasty Plot, but I'd rather play it safe. As right here, we take out Scizor, and then we take out the Drapion. One Elite Four member down. The second one is going to be Bertha, though. Bertha is really, really difficult as she has ground-type Pokemon. My plan here is to set up Nasty Plot with Houndoom and then try to go on a little bit of a tear before having to switch. However, she misses her first Aqua Tail, which allows me to set up two Nasty Plots, which allows for another Houndoom sweep. We're going to just spam through Dark Pulse, and we can kill everything on the team. Despite Sandstorm being up, we have enough time to sweep, and we can kill through all her tanky Pokemon. I was really concerned about Golem Sturdy, and then I remembered in Gen 4, Sturdy does not work the way it does nowadays. Sturdy in Gen 4 only prevented one-hit KO moves from killing the Pokemon. Fun fact for you guys there. I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't know that. Actually, you guys probably have. It's 2022 now, and there are a ton of videos out now explaining how Sturdy works. Right here, we're going to figure out who the better Fire-type trainer in Sinnoh is. Flint, aka Ronald McDonald, is going to feel the wrath of my Fire-types. Houndoom has absolutely no chance at killing Infernape, and even if he gets a poison, again, I have enough time to sweep. We set up two Sword Stances, and we're going to start the massacre with Earthquake. Flint's fire types are going to go down one by one. My Infernape's just picking it off, boom, 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 and we are securing the title of the best fire type trainer in all of Sinnoh because Flint sucks. Was that mean? That might have been a little mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to all my Flint lovers out there. I don't know if those exist. Next up is Lucian. Lucian with Houndoom seems to be super, super easy. We can just set up Nasty Plots and easily win. We might even be able to one-shot all his Pokemon. However, after I set up this first Nasty Plot, Mr. Mime's going to hit me with Light Screen. Light Screen completely destroys my plans because now I cannot one-shot the Gallade. I now must play around and I switch out to Magmar. He misses his Stone Edge, which is great. However, I'm planning to sacrifice my Magmar here. I no longer need Magmar for the rest of this run, so I'm just electing to kind of use it as death fodder. Luckily, he misses his second Stone Edge, and I get the burn on Gallade. By the way, this didn't really matter at all. I had Shadow Claw and Infernape ready to go in case I needed it. Infernape was likely going to be able to live in attack. I was doing some calcs on it, and I had a pretty good odds of living. Houndoom from here is going to sweep the rest of his team, also confirming that I didn't need the Nasty Plot. So right there, Focus Blast, it almost takes me out, but luckily we were not taken out there. And we ended up finishing it off with a last Dark Pulse. If he didn't get Light Screen up, that fight would have been easier. Here comes Cynthia. Cynthia is the hardest fight in this game because of Garchomp. Garchomp is super hard to plan around because Garchomp has Earthquake and can destroy my entire team. I have to avoid two crits here. I need to get up to +4 because, again, I do not have close combat. I have Blaze Flame Wheel, though, and it's able to take out the Spiritomb. Next up is Milotic. Milotic is super scary. It can actually live a +4 Earthquake, so I'm holding my breath. We are able to kill, thank goodness. Here comes the Togekiss. Togekiss dies from a Flame Wheel, and you might notice on the bottom right, we have Natural Gift. Natural Gift changes typings based on the berry that you have. Have your Infernape hold an Ice-type berry, easily take out the Garchomp. Here comes Roserade. We're going to take it out with a Flame Wheel, and we are one Pokemon away from completing this challenge. However, Lucario is not going to go down without a fight. He goes for Extreme Speed. Unfortunately, we do not have Mach Punch as I need a Natural Gift, Earthquake, and Flame Wheel for my strategy. Flareon's going to live and take out the Lucario. No, it doesn't. One more Fire Fang. We're going to get a high roll here. We also get a crit, but I mean, if we got a high roll, we would have killed it. And that's going to be the run. This run was really difficult. I actually failed like 6 times. However, I'm really interested to do this again. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Leave tips down below on how I can improve these videos. I'm always open to feedback. Check out my Emerald Kaizo. Check out my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.